thought it would give me a brighter, let me see. Nah, I ain't listening to that. Last time I did that, my video came out sideways. So, let me see. Hold on. I ain't going through this no more with YouTube. Every time I listen to it about reversing my camera, it was crazy. So I believe my camera's good. I'm only here. I'm not really going into readings or anything. I want to give y'all something about Pluto and Capricorn. Let's get it. I decided not to go out because by the time he called me, it's late. We're going to do Juve. We're going to do all the cool shit. So let's go. Pluto and Capricorn. With Pluto is an awesome sign. Okay? Everything has its good sides and it has its bad sides. I'm a Capricorn. I can tell you about Pluto and Capricorn. Capricorns, Pluto falls in your 10th house. Let's get it. Your 10th house is in Libra. Okay? Your 7th house is ruled by Venus in Libra, which is Venus. So Pluto has a lot, and for those of y'all who have Pluto in the 10th house, y'all go through dynamics of what is Libra. Libra is relationships, people-pleasing, people who would give. Sometimes, let me tell you what I heard. I hear the song this or that, this or that, this or that. Or first, what I hear in the beginning, what up, mamas? I hear that song from, I didn't know in the beginning of that song is by a tribe called Quest. Here they come, y'all. Here they come. Here they come, y'all. Here they come. And then you hear this or that, this or that, this or that, this or that. Okay? And then the other song, it just left as fast as it came. It's going to come back to me because it's meant for me to come back to me. So Capricorn, Pluto is your 10th house, your house of status. The things you were taught how to conduct yourselves. How Librian energy tends to see the world. Remember, it's cardinal just like us, okay? Capricorn is the reckless cardinal. I will call us reckless because once we get rid of the fluff of Libra, of trying to make ourselves look a certain way, Capricorn is the last cardinal sign, which means cut all the fluff. I want the real. I want the real. I want you to stick by your word. Because word bending from the Libra energy can mean I don't have to tell you the truth directly because I'm not obligated to tell you the truth. Because people might not understand that part of your dynamic, our dynamic. Listen what I'm telling you, because this is the God's honest truth. And I want you to be at a place of safety. And this is the last remnants. I call it remnants. You're finally looking back at the floor you cleaned for over the last, from 2008. I want you to look back at the last of your life, how you dealt with relationships. You dealt with relationships that felt, a lot of us, Saturnians, dealt relationships of what appeared to look real, but at the same time, it had a lot of frivolous compromises. Like some relationships were in your life with how things looked. And a lot of Capricorns didn't realize that the things that they were building with certain people, a job, a status that they were trying to climb, was about informally, but formally, appearances. So, having said that about informally appearances mean a relationship could be your partner is sleeping around. Because Libra is a very, on a downside, we're talking about on the negative side, is a very, I don't got no word for that. It's a word, but I don't know the actual word without trying. It's sounding coming from a Capricorn's mouth. It can sound brutal, but that's not what we mean. We could say things that sound brutal, but people can twist what you say to make it sound one way. So because Mercury's retrograde, I choose to be careful with my words. So having said that, you came from most likely a childhood based on other people's appearances. Think shot. You're right. Fake. My girlfriend told me that her mother is a Libra, and that in her country they call her mother, is a Spanish word. I don't know the word, but she told me in English it means plastic. And this not to say nothing about Libras, because Libras, y'all resilient, y'all are awesome, y'all are great. But sometimes y'all put on a facade, and just like Capricorn, we put on a facade because this is our 10th house. Remember, we take on y'all energies as well, because status is our 10th house. And a lot of Capricorns, remember, 7th house is in Cancer. So the 7th house is in Cancer, which is our partner sign. That's how we see relationships at home. How home has a very heavy impact on our lives about how we are to conduct ourselves in the world, even if it's a delusion or something that looks good because it's Venus, okay, Capricorns? And when Venus takes part of our 10th house of status, we tend to put ourselves in relationships that may at first feels like it's empowering you, but really it's taking away your actual influence of who you're meant to be, because now you have to, it's like getting in the music industry. The industry might want you to change up your style or your flow, because remember, 7th house is Libra. This is also the industry. The 10th house is status, your hard work through the industry, which is ruled by that. And this is also Cancer. This is home influential energy. So that influential energy coming from your household, they want you to conduct yourselves a lot of ways. And actually the ways is just a program of how you didn't really see the world, but you were programmed to see the world. And this is for Capricorns, wherever your heavy Capricorn placements are. This is your 10th house. We're talking 10th house. Capricorn rising, sun, moon, and even North Node. Because I did some research on Capricorn North Node. I just recently did a reading about the fastest rappers have Capricorn influence. Slim Shady talked a lot about taking care of his mother. A lot of those rappers always, when I did my research, and I always, one thing about me, I got I have a heavy trine energy with Virgo that makes sure that when you do it, even with Capricorn is fact finders. We are about history, even if the history has been hidden for a while. It will, once the energies get back in Capricorn or in Leo, it opens up all of the dark shit that was behind the scenes that was hidden by Libra and Pluto. Those Libra and Pluto are the omittance. I believe all water energy is the omittance. He does. I never knew that. Cool. So what you're learning about is his temperament came from a lot of things he was battling at home, and you better believe it. He was battling things that he believed he had to hide according to this is not what the world will understand. You have to go out there and be this way. You understand? And it put a lot of pressure on who we are and how we were to conduct ourselves. And it came with a lot of hardship. 10th house in Capricorn is, they may not necessarily beat you, but they can, nitpick would be Virgo. So no, it's not. After Virgo comes Libra. It would be society. You're in the environment. Now, this is environment constructing your mental psyche of, I have to live up to this standard. And if you're not doing that, or if this person doesn't make this certain amount of money, or if this relationship doesn't look like it fits, you don't need it. You know, like, that's Libra, okay? Libra has this is Venus in general, including Taurus. If it doesn't look like it fits, and they could be the sneakiest freaking energy. Do you not hear me? They could have affairs outside of their relationships, multiple, and I mean like orgy affairs. But their partner, when their partner show out, we have to put on a smile like nothing ever happened. Put this in the back burner, and we have to show that we're a unit. So imagine Capricorn. Remember, Capricorn partner sign, which is the water sign, Cancer. Cancer grew up at home and was taught to keep family values a certain way, a certain appearance, a certain look. And basically, when you put the 7th house there in Libra, because this is our partner sign for Capricorn, and no matter what your rising sign is, as a Capricorn sun, Cancer still would be a 7th. If you're a Sag rising, it would still also be Gemini. And if you're a Scorpio, that 7th house would still be Taurus. It'll be all three of those energies in one. Okay? By which way of which one is more so dominating that energy. So it consists of Taurus, Gemini, and Libra. Because you might be a first house Capricorn. Let's just say your first house. So that 7th house will be Libra, but it's a Cancerian 7th house. And remember, your 10th house is in Libra. So this energy go boom, boom, boom. Okay, this is your home. You have to, how you conduct yourself is by way of what the world sees, but nobody really knows your struggle. Nobody knows. People will put their karma on you. I noticed this with when you get Libran households, okay? Libran households, and this is not to say anything bad about Libra, but because our 10th house of status is in Libra, and your 7th Capricorn 7th house is in Cancer, we get our parents' karma. Like if we have parents that, if we get parents that were hardworking, they put an expectation on the child to look a certain way, and the child must obtain the appearance of that they look. And if that not so, the Libran parent or the Libran energy that conducts that household makes the child sheltered in a way to where the child is protected so they can keep a persona. Thank you, universe, for that one. Because that puts pressure on the Capricorn. Let's just say that Capricorn child is like, okay, I may not want to be a doctor because the parents, the lineage comes from, let's just say, medical assistants, doctors, nurses, certified nurses aides, stuff like that. It puts pressure now on the Capricorn's child psyche. Let's just say that child happened to be born to be a musician. Or they come, let's just say on a dark side. On the dark side of Libra, Aries and Libra are equally, on the dark side, bank robbers. They can be into money laundering, credit card scams, stuff like that. Now, if that Capricorn child was born by way of, that's why I love the universe and how downloads come to us. Let's just say that Capricorn child happened to be born in a household of people who are scam artists. And we're talking about people who do credit card scams, and this Capricorn child wanted to structure their life in a way to become, because outside of our 7th house, 10th of status, which is Capricorn, Capricorn wanted to go into healthcare. That Libran parent would move that child, find some way to use that status. It's true. It's true. When you move that child into the status of like I said, that child might want to go into, after the banking, the child might just, let's just say, because your first house is Aries, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth houses are lineage, that child might go into banking. That Capricorn child might go into banking or some kind of financial something. Them Libran parents will be like, yo, since you're in that field, mind you, they're the scam artists. They'll be like, well, you're going to have to help us, assist us in this. And Capricorn child will have to create or work hard to bring that energy into their household. When I tell you I ain't never off, it comes with a lot of pressure with Capricorn children, because our family really does have a very hard, because our fourth house is in Cancer. Whatever our parents instill in us, it's hard to break it. And I'm gonna universe told me don't tell that part. So what I can say is how Capricorn children can get programmed by the environment of their parents or whoever raised them. It could be grandparents, it can be an aunt, it could be somebody. That child can grow with, if they came from a military household, that child will grow up being militant to their parent. Even if it's a Cancer child, they'll end up, remember the partner sign of Cancer is Capricorn. That child will grow up militant, teaching their kid military, because they were programmed to behave in a certain way. So having said that, when Pluto is here now, because Pluto's in this last final remnants of breaking all of that down, like, how do you feel about being a mama's boy? How do you feel about being a mama's girl? How do you feel about status in general? Do you really want the status that you're pursuing? How about the job you're actually taking? Is this job really conducive to your soul? Those are the benefits of Pluto when Pluto is in its right. Okay, because Pluto, when you put Pluto in Capricorn, it's a superpower, meaning that Capricorn by itself already stand alone. You put Mars in Capricorn, you put Pluto in Capricorn. It's they have a willpower that can create, I'm telling you, things that you would never think, that you would be laughing at this person saying this person can't get this shit done. But when you put that in Capricorn, no matter how slow, remember Saturn's slow, but Pluto's there, or if you put Mars there, or if you put Venus there, or if you put Neptune there, it may be slow, but they'll be the ones that, boom, they come up with this thing that they didn't even believe in themselves, but they were programmed to continue. It's like a sleep mode, and they get it done. Capricorn child growing up, either two things will happen. Either they grow up with mental disorders, and I wouldn't call it a mental disorder to where they're suicidal, but Saturn naturally is a very hard, already, I wouldn't call it brutal, but I would call it very hyper focused. And if you give a child energy to be hyper focused, it's a lot of pressure on that kid. But if that kid wasn't allowed to do certain things, and then when they got older, they got a little freedom, and then they come back into the household, that comes with a lot of craziness to that child. I hope y'all come back to this reading, because I ain't making this shit like this up. I want y'all to get in a place where y'all healing, because when you put Pluto there, Pluto is trying to teach a lot of us Capricorns what is valuable to you. Not valuable to the family, not valuable to society, not valuable to the people pleasing, but what is value to you as an individual. What will make you happy outside of your household? Maybe outside of your household, you don't want to be a banker. You don't want to go in finances. You don't want to marry for money. You don't want that, because Capricorn, if Capricorn was born in its 10th house, it's going to go after whatever it wants. But because our 10th house is in Libra and Pluto's there, and for those of y'all who's born in the generation that has Pluto in your 10th house, you're going to come across people who believe, who are social climbing alongside with you, and they don't even know that about themselves. So you find yourselves believing that you're taking them alongside your wing, and They're monitoring and constructing something around you that you don't even know. On the lower frequency, this is Pluto and Libra at its best, because remember, after Libra comes Pluto, Scorpio. So if you don't understand the dynamics of how deep the energy is embedded in you, you can become a slave to a relationship that you clearly don't want, that gives you, that looks good, but on the inside, you're dying. So Pluto, the last remnants of this is where y'all will be in a relationship that you thought that was actually helping you, but the partner was codependent. On the darker note, Libra is a codependent sign to its partners. Outside of its partner, it has to figure out. Remember, Libra is the head of Libra. Aries is the head of Libra. Aries is the head. It focuses on its goals. It's fire. Libra is air. Libra is analytical. It's a thinker. It's Venusian. It's, I would call that opulence. It dreams of wanting certain things. And as fast as fire burns, it burns out quick. Aries is a fast burning sign. Leo is a medium burning sign, and Sagittarius is a slow burning sign. So Capricorns, where do you want to put your fire out in your lives? And I'm sorry that I went all in detail and break it down, because I'm an Aquarius moon. I'm very analytical, and I'm trying to give y'all pieces of to open your mind without creating panic. And I want y'all to take notes from somebody like me, because I know when I'm gone, there's going to be other people here to take my information and use it. And y'all going to see it here first from Immaculate 101, and I guarantee you that. That's right. Thank you, my beautiful. If I hit a button, I don't want to hit the wrong button, and I can't read. Let me see if I can read. Let me see. It says live chat. She said, yes, he's a Capricorn with an Aries. What? He's an Aries moon? So his fourth house is in Aries. And right now, Chiron is there. He felt like the wounded healer. Capricorns are still going through that, because the wounded healing right now, Chiron is activated. And the last of Chiron will be soon moving. It goes backwards. So Chiron is soon, he's going to realize all the things that I hope he don't get to a place, beautiful, that he don't blame his family for that. That's what Pluto is trying to teach him. He's going, hopefully, where he is now, he's going to realize, damn, this wasn't even about me, but I'm in this position. This is how goats are seeing a lot of our lives, how we were constructed to think. Remember, we could be a mice in a maze, but the construct could have been Libra energy. This is how the world looks. Naturally, Capricorn don't care about how things look. We care about making it to the top, okay? We don't mind the lessons. We aren't stubborn about lessons. We don't get to those places. But imagine, because like I said, our fourth house is in Aries, which is ruled by the mom, and our 10th house is ruled by Libra, which is the dad. Would you believe my mother was an Aries sun, and my father, Chalet, was a Libra moon. He was a Virgo sun, but he was a Libra moon. My mom was an Aries sun, and her moon was in Aquarius. So when I tell you birth charts and everything, not everything has to coincide, because it could take a lifetime to understand who we are. And the construct of how the influences of household comes to us is different. Sometimes, Capricorn, you're at a place where not everything is to teach you everything about you, because you have to learn that along the way. And my hand's doing this as I'm talking to you, which means, you see that pyramid? That trine means no matter where you've been, the corners, that point is your head. Who are you on the top of all of this trine? Even on the dollar bill, you see at the top of it, the eye. Who are you internally? That eye just represents your crown. You know deep down who you are. Releases are to be met with this Pluto energy. That's what I admire about Pluto. Pluto can go through its deep depths of, after the levels of deception, it will come into its power. And people might be, oh, another thing with Libra. Libra energy will teach us, Libra and that Chiron and Aries, you don't say these things because it might offend someone. Capricorn is not naturally assigned to hurt people's feelings. We're just like Sagittarius, because remember, after Sag, which is the brutally honest, Capricorn comes in and finales that shit. That's why not everybody could take Capricorn jokes, and I mean that. Capricorn is at a place where I didn't mean to say it in a harsh way. I was joking. My jokes might be dry because it don't have water in it. But it does have water in it because a water sign would laugh at it. So, but if it's an air sign, it's not understanding that. It's like, does not compute. You have to conduct yourself this way. Or what kind of person you see yourself in the future. If you ain't going to be shit, at least lock yourself in with somebody who look like they got something. You better believe that that comes from the Libran energy. Aries would tell you at first to follow your heart. Aries is gung-ho. But the Libra energy is like to get solid. It wants to create an environment for you. So what Pluto is trying to teach Capricorns, out of all the status, out of all the things that appear good, if that's not your favorite job, leave that job. If that's not your favorite food, don't eat that food. If that's not really your language and you're tired of faking it, don't use that language. But if you feel like it can help you open doors to your who you truly are, then keep it. But that's what it wants to teach you in general, my beautiful goats. And I mean that. Capricorns is about status. People are intimidated by how hard we go. It's jobs I do that I didn't even know that I had it in me to do. And I said I could do it. And then when it's done, I was like, holy shit, I lied, but I got it. And that's the part of Pluto to show you how deep that something that you thought was difficult was actually good. But the Libra part was to talk a good one to get you there. The greatest benefits of Libra are the parts of yourself that sometimes decorum does matter, but you don't want to be at a detriment to where you feel you're always saying the right things that you can't ever be yourself because they held you to a status of what you said privy. Capricorns don't care who you were. That's why they call it history. When you look back, Capricorn can admit their flaws and they can move forward. But status of where Libra's been, you'll get people who will shame you forever for your mistakes. Okay? And once you're done shaming yourselves of the mistakes you believe, or the family that, all the things that you believe that hurt you, it's no longer for you to keep saying it's a mistake. It was meant to happen. You were meant to experience. You were meant to move forward. And I pray a lot of y'all forgive yourselves, because none of this, any sign in the world, any energy in the world, including the animals, they move forward. And I want y'all to get to a place to move forward. And we're talking about all the darker sides of this, because Pluto's going to hit the darker sides of this. They're not hitting the healing points. The healing points is about the parts of how you forgive yourselves, forgive your family, forgive your friends, forgive the jobs that the things you were pursuing, you're going to realize, like, I don't want to pursue that no more. I want this. And it don't matter what age you are, because you're going to get that from Aries and Libra energy, your 10th house of status. You're going to get people who dictate to what you said and what you didn't do, and how you're mama's boy and mama's girl, and what things affected you. You might have parental issues you haven't gotten over yet. But in the next few months, you will. And I pray when y'all do, you forgive it. Because it's not about fault finding. It's about understanding that no matter what you've been through, that you can get through anything. I don't care if you was a former drug user. You can get through anything. You hear me? That's the beauty of Pluto. Pluto can go through all of those things, and then come you. And then come you. Capricorn could go through all of that and come back. You could lose everything, because Pluto is our 10th house of status. We could lose the status, and Capricorn find a way to come back on some Elon Musk shit. I'm telling you. So do not but assume that while you're feeling broken, while you're in jail, while you're feeling like nobody got your back, the empowerment is already inside you. Who are you outside of your family? Sometimes you got to see, as I said that, my fridge stopped making noise. Who are you outside of your family? Who are you outside of the things you grew up eating. Who are you outside of that? Who are you outside of all of the things that you assume that you like, that you were taught to believe that you actually liked? But when you finally get somewhere else and somebody you meet or a new environment, somebody enlighten your heart, people are afraid of your real power. People put their karma on you. We find ourselves taking care of things that is really not for you to take care of, but really it is to teach you when to say no. Also get in the habit of, if family members, parents, because it's our 7th house Cancer, aka 4th house in Aries, they want to know about your partners, it's none of their business. You can love your family and keep healthy boundaries, because they keep all the secrets from you. This is Libra. They will want to know all your shit. But certain things, decorum, cannot look a certain way. Feel free. If they want to know something about your partner, well, give her a call if you're really serious, if you really care for them. Don't ask these questions. Ask them if you really care. Like, you want to get to those places where you want to find out where your parents feel they really like your partner, your selection. Even if your selection to them may not be the best, but if they really love and value you, they'll love what comes with you. We're not talking about the people that it's obvious that they're going to hurt you, but the places, the jobs, you may not be at first the smartest child, but if you excel in what you're pursuing and you excel, it shouldn't take them not believing in you, but supporting you. And if they didn't support you, forgive that they didn't support you and continue to be great no matter where you've been in life. And I mean it. I hope you share this with your friend Sha, because he's going to need to hear that. He's going to need that he didn't need nobody to validate him. It was hard because we had to try and prove to ourselves that sometimes they put us in positions that we feel like we got to try and make it on our own, and we stumbled because we were programmed to be codependent and low-key on a darker side. Libra is a codependent sign on their partners. It's partnership. It's open enemy. Your open enemy is Libra, meaning that your partner that know you can destroy you. And I want us to learn who your open enemy is. We are our open enemies. It's not just our family. It's what we took in and what we chose to believe, what we chose to give power to, the things we thought we should hide from everyone that was destroying us because we couldn't live in our truth. And we are no longer at a point of society. That's why you're going to see a lot of people rebelling. They're going to change his story, her story, and they're going to get to these places. So goats, Pluto in Capricorn is empowering. What I admire about Pluto is like, all right, after all the fluff, who are you without all of them? When not on the darker side, the possessive side is Pluto. The possessive side is us, and I don't care until I'm done using it. I want y'all to forgive yourselves for any decisions that truly, I had to choose between a person I love and my mom made me choose that. And when I chose this person, I felt bad because I was on the inside, because they teach us you're supposed to follow your mother no matter what. But the truth is, in your spirit is teaching you, if that is not who you are, you don't choose. You don't have to make a decision, because the decision is yours, even not to choose, but to let it work itself out. Sometimes withdrawing is the best solution. So Cappies, Pluto and Capricorners, those who have Pluto in the 10th house, love yourselves, love the good, the bad, the indifferent. Love the cold parts of yourself. Love the things you don't understand. Write about it and read about it more, because it's coming to you in your dreams. To me, when I dreamt about the wolf, is to teach me. Wolves are pack leaders. A lot of y'all are afraid to be that leader because you were constructed to be codependent as a unit. That is not going to happen no more. Pluto's last remnants is showing you, when you clean up, it won't be nothing left of anybody else's influence. So get to know who you are by the time that comes. All right, let me get to bed. I love y'all, and thank you, Sha. You always my best supporter. I love you, my goddess. And remember, you can get at me. And you guys, my eye is jumping. Some situations are familiar from the left. So the left to me at this moment means past. Things from the past is coming up unconsciously through your dreams and things you're eating. Some of y'all are not eating. Some of y'all are not resting. And that's good. Sometimes we got to go through a little crazy to get to make you realize certain things. Sometimes when we drink too much, we got to throw up to realize I don't want to keep feeling like this, you know? And it's okay. Like I don't want y'all to no longer live at a place where you're trying to sell yourself short. Because selling your soul means you're selling yourself short. You're giving the biggest beauties of yourselves to others. And that's Libran energy also. All right. I don't want you to live like plastic. You're nobody's blow up doll to be fucked around with. After your last transits of relationships and figuring things out, don't be afraid to walk away, because some people are going to make you think you regret it. You better believe they're going to make you think you regret it. And you better believe you can change, because as I split the card, it says I can change. Because some people are going to make you think you're going to regret if you walk out. You understand? Goats. Those who have Pluto and Capricorn. 10th house placement. Wherever your 10th house is, those are going to be those like transits to show you that you don't need it. It's supposed to empower you to show you that I don't need to ask my partners. Another thing with Libra, Capricorn do a certain job. It'll be you feel you need your team to for you to ask what they think about it. You are already leadership. Take your leadership. Go with spirit. Go within a lot of times, because you don't know everyone's agenda. Some people will ride with you and you won't know in the end on some Selena shit. I want y'all to learn a lot from history and her story and whatever it is. This is not about victimization. It's about learning what you would call an error, but not to beat yourself. There is no right or wrong way to live this life, but to live it in a way that makes you comfortable and happy with yourself at the end of the day. Even if that's being a schmuck. Because some people are going to be comfortable being a schmuck. Well, then that means that that's what you came in here to do until you're done getting it out your system. Okay? I love you guys, and let me hit the hay because I really need it. I got hair to do in a few hours, and then I got to go out there and shake my ass with the rest of the people. I love you, my goddess. Hit me up when you need me. You hear me? Sha, hit me up on Instagram and send me your info, okay? Love you. Smell y'all later. And this is not to down no Libra. It's not to down a Aries. It's not to down Capricorn. It's not to down Scorpio. It's not. I'm never like that. I don't care what y'all personally think. That's a y'all problem. But on the inside, I know who I am and what I'm worth. And if I got to convince, it's not for me. When you transform, you'll understand. We should be at a place to laugh at our pains, laugh at our prejudice towards things, but come together at a place where I understand you and you understand me and we respect it. And if you don't respect it, it's just like, well, it just was said. Like, fuck it. Because I can evolve later and change my mind. But a lot of us don't know that. So when we get there, y'all understand. I don't mean to say this shit. Love y'all. Peace.